Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
Attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know this is Punch on Box, a.k.a. Mr. Moo Shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, el Sazón, el Borracho, el Pastor de Boxeo. Mi gente. First and foremost, God bless each and every one of y'all. Damn, it's pouring out here, man. It is pouring. It's raining nonstop. Mother Nature is getting it on with Father Nature. Woo! Mother Nature is wet. Mother Nature is wet. Mojada está Mother Nature. Mira, Father Nature, tú le estás pegando. Le está dando, Father Nature le está dando duro a Mother Nature in the East Coast. Pouring out here like crazy. Wet like crazy. Mother Nature up there getting it on. Let me see. Let me open the window. Let me see how Mother Nature tastes. Golly, Mother Nature's getting it on. Father Nature's laying the pipe down on Mother Nature. Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Boxing is good. Boxing is great. Y'all already know, man, 2023, like I've been saying, it was good, but I think that 2024 could be greater. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash that like button. Let me shout out the people in the chat. Was good. Marco, one of the members of Punch Throw Drunk Boxing in the building. Dímelo, Marco. Punch Drunk Boxing, #1 true channel. Gracias, hermano. Dímelo, señor. Epoxy Magic in the building. What's good? Epoxy Magic in the building. What's good? Guts in the building. What's good? Nick in the building. What's good? Charles, Edward, Cheese, Queso in the building. Dímelo, mi hermano. CCI in the building. Was good. My little vegetable stuck right here. Little vegetable stuck right here. He said, you gave me no other option except Charlo redo the poll. Oh, yeah, man. A lot of people was talking about the 154-pound division. We was talking about the other day, the 140-pound division. And I said last year, remember I said last year? Remember, I've been talking about the 154-pound division for a while. And a lot of people wasn't talking about the 154-pound division and stuff like that. But I've been talking about the 154-pound division for a while now. A while. Life and Logic in the building. What's good, man? Charlo the King. He said the LDBC King. They don't even like Jermell Charlo. Life and Logic. They don't even like him. You forgot the beef that he had with. Come on, man. They don't even like Jermell Charlo. You remember when they did that video on Barbershop Conversation, that live where they was trying to say that Jermell Charlo is out of the black community and stuff like that. They was trying to oust him because he said that Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder skillfully. Come on, man. You see that? See, Life and Logic. See, y'all doing that. Y'all putting fighters into a community that they don't even cater to him. See, Life and Logic, you playing that little narrative. You playing that little narrative YouTube thing, Life and Logic. He said, you good, homie, go get that floss. I know, man. No broccoli stuck right here. Broccoli stuck right there. Ladies and gentlemen. I did a poll on my Twitter, and I said before the fight with Fundora and Tszyu, and I said, who was the man in the 154-pound division? And 75% says Tszyu. 75% says Tszyu. I said, who's better, Tszyu or Jermell Charlo? 75% says Tszyu, and 25% says Jermell Charlo. And I did a few polls throughout the last several weeks, and it tells me that people are more intrigued with performance. People are more intrigued with the hype. People are not more intrigued with the it factor. It seems like people are getting bored with the fighters that actually did the work, that actually passed the test. Not necessarily the guy that passes the eye test, but the guy that passes the test. Let me be frank here. There's few of undisputed world champions that have been crowned in the last few years. But I think that Jermell Charlo was the one that cleared out his division. And he is the one that get the less props out of all the undisputed world champion that was crowned. When he was crowned undisputed, did you know that the credible pound for pound list, I'm talking about the people on the panel list of Ring, the people in the panel list of ESPN pound for pound list, did not have Jermell Charlo on the pound for pound list. Wow. A man that cleared his division, not only cleared the champions, but cleared his division. Let's go back. Let's humble the people right quick. Let's humble the people right quick. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button on your way in. Smash the like button. I don't think that people understand this man's resume at 154. I think people are living in the moment of what happened in 168 when he moved 2 division up, not 1, but 2 division up to fight Canelo Alvarez. Let me tell you the guy that he took out in 154-pound division. Gabe Rosado, Charles Hatley, Erickson Lubin, Austin Trout, Tony Harrison, Jason Rosario, Brian Castano. Now, we always say that sometimes people, when they beat somebody, they look at other people's resume and stuff like that. Let's not forget that Brian Castano beat Patrick Tszyu. Patrick Tszyu was the Tszyu in 154. Y'all remember? Patrick Tszyu was like the Tszyu. Patrick Tszyu had all the hype coming up. Remember? Brian Castano beat Patrick Tszyu to become the WBO champion. Also, Brian Castano had a draw with Everson, with Ellis Lara, when a lot of people feel like Brian Castano actually beat Lara. That's why. And then everybody knows Brian Castano from the amateurs that beat the likes of Earl the True Spence, and he was a good amateur and stuff like that. So Brian Castano was not going to be easy. If you ever saw my breakdown, leading up to the fight, the first fight, Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo, I knew it was going to be hard if Jermell Charlo was not going to throw enough punches. Charles Hatley, if everybody knows Charles Hatley, matter of fact, was ringing more bells in the amateurs than the Charlo brothers and stuff like that. You know, he fought the likes of the Mise Andre, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman and stuff like that. Charles Hatley was the man in Texas. Erickson Lubin, you already know Erickson Lubin. He was a hype coming out as one of the youngest, right? He was like the guy in 154 that it was projected to be a hot commodity, and he got knocked out on the first round by Jermell Charlo. People forgot, right? Gabe Rosado, you got to give it. Charles Bellamy at the time was a good opponent. So Jermell Charlo cleared his division. Now everybody get their credit to get their get back, right? Just like Subriel Matias, right? When we talk about Subriel Matias, and they be like, "Oh, yo, but he lost." But a lot of people always be like, "Yo, but punch," but he got his get back, right? Right? And people like to brush that away, right? Am I right or am I wrong? When Matias got 1 blemish on his record, but he made it back and retired the dude, right? So a lot of people come on to me and punch run box, and they tell me, "Yo, but Matias got his get back though." So in actuality, you know what I'm saying? He's like 100% knockout ratio and stuff like that, right? And AJ got his get back versus Andy Ruiz. You feel me? Well, Jermell Charlo got his get back with Tony Harrison. Jermell Charlo had a draw with Brian Castano, got his get back with Brian Castano to become the undisputed world champion in a spectacular fashion. So Jermell Charlo never lost to anybody in 154 prior to being a undisputed world champion. Everyone else, little punch outs. Yep, 8. What's up? What's good, Manny? What's good? Life and Logic. What's good? Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of people was hyped with Fundora performance versus Tszyu. A lot of people was hyped on Tszyu. A lot of people was hyped that Crawford is going to be moving up to the 154-pound division. Some people are glad that Earl Spence is moving up to the 154-pound division. Those that give Earl Spence excuses is because they felt like he was in the welterweight division so long, and he's been a big boy in the 147-pound division for quite some time. But ladies and gentlemen, Jermell Charlo is still the king. Jermell Charlo is still el rey. Jermell Charlo is still el rey that 154. Hey, let's pump the brakes. But let's pump the brakes. I like the 154-pound division, one of the most stacked division in the sport of boxing. We got Jermell Charlo, we got Fundora, we got Tszyu, we got Crawford moving up, we got Earl Spence, we got Daniel Garcia, we got Conor Ben, we got Josh Kelly, we got Erickson Lubin, we got Jesus Ramos, we got a lot of we got Xander Zayas. But the same credit that we give Canelo Alvarez, the 4th division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, when he went up there to the 175-pound division, he lost, he came right back down, and he's still the king at 168. So why people don't feel, why people is trying to push Jermell Charlo under the rug or try to neglect Jermell Charlo as being the guy in 154, because we just feel the hype is good with Tszyu, and now Fundora. Virgil Ortiz just moved up as well. Christian Padilla in the building. Cristian Padilla con los 5 pesos de super chari pari que me dice. Dímelo Punch, the truth teller. Jermell's still the man. Beat at 154, but I have a feeling he'll move up to the 160. I heard he has seizure. Is it true? I don't know, my brother. I heard somebody said that on Twitter. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Thank you. I'll double check. I'll let you know. I'll double check Christian Padilla. Hope both them brothers are good. Yeah, man. Hope both of the brothers are good. I don't know which one, Jermell or Jamal. I just go straight to the source to see if it's, you know what I'm saying, if it's true or not. You feel me? Let me see. Let me see. They're saying that Jermell Charlo had a seizure. Hold on. Let me double check. I go straight to the source. Let me see. I send a message. I see if nobody didn't beat Charlo. Facts. Tszyu would have a better case if not for the blood sport last Saturday. Jermell Charlo's waiting for Genovic to vacate so he can get an easy belt at 160-pound division. I mean, the route that Jermell Charlo have taken it has been easy, you know. The good thing about facts, no idea what's up with Mel. Jermell Charlo stay away from Adamas, Lara, and Genovic at 160-pound division. I think a lot of people got this misconception just because that he performed the way that he performed versus Canelo Alvarez. Ladies and gentlemen, I think people still don't want to take it into consideration. I feel like because certain fighters is like this hated fighter. Like Jermell Charlo was one of the guys that wasn't begging for a Canelo Alvarez fight. He wasn't begging for a Canelo Alvarez fight. They chose Jermell Charlo. Let's not forget about that. They chose Jermell Charlo. Jermell got robbed in the first Harrison fight. I believe that as well, Christian Padilla. I believe he got robbed in the first fight, and he was emotional. He was emotional about it. Jermell Charlo was trying to carve his own legacy while everybody was chasing Canelo Alvarez. He carved his own legacy. He became undisputed without Canelo Alvarez, without any. He cleared out his whole division. When he cleared out his whole division. And you're always in the top, of course, there's going to be somebody on the come up. And that's when Tszyu came along. But once he beat Brian Castano, he cleared his division up. You know what I'm saying? Jarrett Hurd lost. J Rock lost to Jason Rosario. Rosario got beaten by Jermell Charlo. There was nothing left at 154. Jermell Charlo became king, lineal champion. He's still currently the lineal champion of the world in 154. It's not really a debatable. It's not really a debate. Jermell Charlo is still the king at 154. If people be like, oh well, when was the last time did Jermell Charlo fought in 154? When was the last time that Tyson Fury fought in 150 in the heavyweight division before he retired, before he went 3 years, but he was still the lineal champion? And regardless, AJ or Deontay Wilder would have to beat Tyson Fury to be considered the king in the heavyweight division. So I don't even want to hear that excuse. Got to the building with the $2 super chat. Good looking out, my brother said. The Jermell hate is disgusting. Jermell is a bad mother effer. Facts. The Jermell hate is disgusting. I agree with that. Why everybody's hating on Jermell Charlo? Huh? Why people hating on Jermell Charlo? Look what he did in the 154-pound division. What is it to hate about the Jermell Charlo? Did he win in spectacular fashion versus Tony Harrison? Did he win in spectacular fashion versus Jason Rosario? Did he win in spectacular fashion versus Brian Castano to capture the undisputed world champion? Everybody gets their just due. Everybody get their praise. Now, yeah, you know, we'll get his praise when he annihilates his opponent and become undisputed. But Crawford get his praise when he annihilate his opponent and become undisputed. Why not Jermell Charlo? Because he's the one that moved up and dared to be great? Oh, no, it's because Jermell Charlo didn't fight to survive. What Jermell Charlo noticed that, man, his weight class is for a reason. Weight classes for a reason. Brian Castano was nice. Everybody that, hey, yo, Charles, if you would, Brian Castano was nice. People just, the thing is that the 154-pound division is not this lucrative division. You know what I'm saying? The last time this was a lucrative and seen division was when, you know, Winky Wright, Fernando Vargas, you know, the 140-pound division and 154-pound division is like, you only stay there for a little bit of a time so you could go to the middleweight division. And the 140-pound division, you stay for a little bit of time so you could go to the welterweight division. Because traditionally, the most lucrative and you know, how you say it, prestige divisions in the history of the sport of boxing has been the heavyweight division, middleweight division, welterweight division, lightweight division, and stuff like that. Oscar Vargas Mosley. Dímelo, jefe, it's time for some knowledge from Punch Drunk Boxing, el profesor. Dímelo, Jay, a ti. Aquí estoy, tú sabes, el pastor de boxeo, diciendo a la gente y este hate con Jermell Charlo. As much as I believe that Virgil Ortiz could give Jermell Charlo a run for his money and everybody else, I believe that Jerome Bruce Ennis can move up and give a run for their money. I think that Bud Crawford give anybody a run for their money. I think that Fundura could give a run for their money. This is the special thing about the 154-pound division. If you notice in the 154-pound division, in the last, 4 or 5 years, you don't know who's really going to be. Yeah, Charles Cornwell as well. You never know who's going to win. The thing about the 154-pound division is because it's very competitive. Everybody, like, not everybody's on the same level. They like this, right? Like this. You never know who's going to win. You ain't think that Jason Rosario was going to beat J-Rock. You ain't think that J-Rock was going to beat Jerry Hurd. You ain't think that Jermell Charlo was going to lose to Tony Harrison. You ain't think that Tony Harrison was just going to lose like that to Tszyu. You feel me? You ain't think that Brian Castano was going to beat Fandura. You ain't think that well, it was a good fight, Fundora and Erickson Lubin. You ain't think that Erickson Lubin was gonna get knocked out in the first round by Jermell Charlo. You ain't think that Erickson Lubin was gonna beat Jesus Ramos. In the 154-pound division, there has been more upsets in any division that I can recall. The 154-pound division is also a landmine division. Anybody could get it. You step on something, boom, you could get blown up, just like in the 140-pound division. The 154-pound division, you don't know who's really going to win. That's the competitive nature. I would love to see Brian Castano versus the Danny Swift Garcia. I would like to see Brian Castano versus Earl of True Spence in the pros. That type of pressure that Brian Castano brings. Said facts. Punch, I agree. We need less weights, and that will consolidate belts. I think the greed of the belts, Queso, the only way that the belts get, the only way that people get rid of the belts, if it's the main top dogs in the sport of boxing, get rid of the belts. If Canelo Alvarez says, F the belts, but everybody's still chasing Canelo Alvarez, then that eliminates the belts. If Tyson Fury or Alexander Usyk said, man, forget about the belts, and they still fight each other, you know what I'm saying? The top dogs have to be like, F the belts. And that's going to create that, oh, we don't need the belts. And I think it's starting already. little by little, it's starting already. If you really think about it, especially 2023, think about it. Look at David Benavidez's best fights without belts. The best fights was but the best fight for David Benavidez without is without belts, and he still got his props. Kalen Plant was without belts. The Andre had to drop his belt in 160-pound division, and he got his biggest fight. He couldn't get his biggest opportunity with the belt. He dropped his belt and get a pay-per-view fight, headline fight. What was the most lucrative fight in the sport of boxing last year? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. No belts. Look at Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu was gonna fight Keith von Tom Thurman with no belts. If Bud Crawford fights, let's say Fundura wins, but let's say Bud Crawford fights Tim Tszyu. Let's say Bud Crawford fights Jermell Charlo. That would be the primary fight in the 154-pound division. If Bud Crawford beats Jermell Charlo, he'll be top dog. I don't give a damn how many belts anybody else have. I don't give a damn if Sebastian Fundora got 2 belts. If Bud Crawford goes to the 154-pound division and fights Jermell Charlo and beats Jermell Charlo, for me, in my eyes, I will recognize Bud Crawford as a 3-division undisputed world champion. What y'all think? What y'all think? If Bud Crawford goes up to the 154-pound division and the next fight is Jermell Charlo and he beats Jermell Charlo, would you recognize him as the 3-division undisputed world champion? Or you gonna be like, oh no, Fundura is really the champion. He got to go through Fundura. Nah, I'm sorry. No. See, we also got to be responsible. We also gotta acknowledge and recognize the truth. If Bud Crawford goes to the 154-pound division and beats Jermell Charlo, he becomes top dog, king, lineal, and the undisputed and 3-division undisputed world champion. I'm gonna keep it consistent. I know a lot of people be like, oh, yo, remember when people was trying to get at me? Oh, stop it. It is not written, bro. Tio is not undisputed. Man, I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid in the lightweight division. Yeah, he was undisputed. Just like Bud Crawford would be undisputed if he beats Jermell Charlo. He would be undisputed. Yes, he would. Madrimov is the most legit 154-pound champ right now. That's another guy. That's another guy, right? That's another guy. Woo! I'm telling you, folks, the 154-pound division is just as stacked as the 140-pound division, and it's exciting as well. We don't know who's going to win. Madrimov versus Tim Tszyu. Who wins? Josh Kelly versus Conor Ben. Who wins? Xander Zayas versus Josh Kelly. They're talking about rumor has it that Josh Kelly may be fighting Bud Crawford if they vacate the WBO strap. Hey, I like the fight. I've been talking about Josh Kelly for a long time. Good looking out, Dreamer, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, I agree with you, man. 154-pound division is stacked up. Stacked up. And I'm going to say it like this. If Boots Ennis move up, and I want Boots Ennis to move up, use your IBF and put yourself in position. Set up shop right now. Boots Ennis, if you listen to me and your team is listening, set up shop in the 154-pound division because the 147-pound division is a ghost town right now. It's strictly a ghost town. The 147-pound division to me is like the 160-pound division. It's a ghost town. Janabek, you calling out. Who is calling out right now? Isn't he calling out? Who's he calling out? Isn't David Benavidez? Nah. Janabek is calling out. Who he calling out? Forgot who he's calling out. Go to the 160. You got belts. Go to the 168-pound division and set up shop. The 160 and the 147-pound division is no mas. It's boring out there. It's a ghost town. I don't see Cruz beating any of the champions in 140. Bronx OG said. Anybody could get in 140 as well. Anybody could get in 140. You know why? And you know what's the beauty about the 140-pound division is that everybody that most of the champions except for Devin Haney has already called a L. Josh Kelly is a young man. If he ends Crawford career, he's a new man to watch. Hey yo, Junior N. He's always been the guy to watch, in my opinion. I know he had a couple of hiccups in his career, but that happens. Not everybody going to be undefeated like Floyd Mayweather. Not everybody going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? A real character is when you fall in your hand, how you bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Marquez lost early in his career. Hopkins lost early in his career. So I'm not a bougie fan like a lot of fans out here. Oh my God, he lost, so that's it. He's done. Now Josh Kelly could outpoint somebody. If Josh Kelly keep that left hand up, That's one of the things that I used to say that, man, early in his professional career, because I was following him in the amateurs career. I'm like, man, he got to keep that hand up. He's too comfortable. He's too comfortable. Another thing about Josh Kelly, I wish that he came out here like Connor Ben and like Ben Whitaker and train out here, get the sparring out here. Let me tell you like this, and Josh Kelly will be a whole different type of fighter. I said that. Junior N, I like that fight. I like it. I don't know what anybody else, I don't know how everybody else think, but I got high hopes for Josh Kelly. I like that fight. Josh Kelly versus Crawford. And Crawford, the last time he was out there in the UK, said that he can't wait to perform in the UK. I believe that he performed out there versus Ricky Burns last time. Hey man, I would like to see that fight. I think, to be honest, I think they'll have a sellout crowd out there in the UK. Josh Kelly and Terence Crawford will have a sellout crowd out there in the UK. You on crack if you think Pitbull beats Tio. I don't think. To be honest, I think the man in 140 is Tio. Until then, you know what I'm saying. Even if Devin Haney beats Ryan Garcia, if Ryan Garcia beats Devin Haney, I will still have Teofimo Lopez as the guy in 140. I'm not going to. If you're a lineal champion, you get the utmost respect over here in Punch Run Boxing. But Crawford, lineal champion. Inoue, lineal champion. Teofimo Lopez, lineal champion. That means a lot. If we going to say that Teofimo Lopez is not the man at 140, that means now we're just not throwing the WBC, WBO, IBF, WBA in the toilet. Now we're throwing the most prestige belts since 1920. What was it? 1923. Over 100 plus year. 100 plus year prestige title down the toilet. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Sorry. Teofimo Lopez is the man in 140. Inoue is the man in the bantamweight division. Terence Crawford is the man in the welterweight division. Tyson Fury is the man in the heavyweight division, even though that, you know what I'm saying, that Francis Ngannou fight, I don't know how you could still be a lineal champion with that type of performance. You know what I'm saying? And Jermell Charlo is the man at 100. How many lineal champion there is in the sport of boxing? T.O.B. Josh Taylor, the former baddest man at 40. Facts. Josh Taylor is way more complete than Pitbull and bigger. Look what happened. But hey, anything is possible, I guess. I think that, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of vulnerabilities, right? A lot of people have shown vulnerabilities, and that's why there may be. That's one thing about Teofimo Lopez. T already showed his vulnerability. Matias showed his vulnerability. Pitbull Cruz showed his vulnerability. There's a lot of people that felt like he probably lost his last fight prior to the Rolly fight, you know? So we don't know. Smash that like, smash that like, smash that like. Salute, Eric Gomes in the building, salute. Smash that like, smash that like. What's going on here? Smash that like. Let me see how many likes we got, man. Let me see how many likes we got. Okay. How many likes we got? How many likes we got? Just a free little like. Let me see how many likes we got. Let me see the way the respect is at. Let me see what the respect is at. Let me see if it's worth it putting my kiss aside for the lack of respect. Let me see. Let me see. Why is Tio taking an easy fight? Was Ortiz tough? He's taking an easy. He's taking an easy fight because nobody respected him when he was trying to go after Bud Crawford. I didn't respect it. So now he's giving you a good F you for the fans, for the most of the boxing community that didn't respect him. I agree with what Teofimo Lopez is doing. F y'all. That's yeah. I agree with it. You didn't respect him. Bang bang. You didn't respect him when he was going after Bud Crawford. For now he's saying F y'all. I'm doing whatever I want to do. Matter of fact, y'all giving credit to guys that's just knocking out people and stuff like that. All right, I'll do the same thing. Give me a tomato can. I'll knock them out. Just give me 3 tomato cans and then I'll be the man. I'll be the man again. Yeah, I support that. I support that. All right. All right, 25 people looking on. Let's see. Let's see. All right, we got 5 more minutes. If the number's gonna stay 25 minutes, I'm not gonna push my kids to the side for just 25 people. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather put my kids to sleep. Where's the support out here? If there's no support, then we go another day, and then we go with another content. Facts on facts. 29 likes, 29 likes, 29 likes. Let's go to 50 likes. Let's go to 50 likes. Come on, y'all disrespecting me out here, man. Y'all making me look bad out here in this community, y'all. Y'all making me look bad out here in this community, man. Y'all making me look like a chump out here in this community, folks. Y'all making me look bad out here in this community, folks. I might shut the whole channel down. There's not gonna be no respect over here. I'm going on 50. Shut this shit down. Fact, Spence needs to fight Tim. I think people need to fight Jermell Charlo. If they want to consider themselves as the man, they gotta fight Jermell Charlo. Punch on boxing. I got to go after the Jermell Charlo. You can't be the king in 154. You can't be celebrating and stuff like that. To be honest, it was a good fight. I feel like Tszyu deserves a rematch. He said, I agree, but where is Mel? I mean, all I know is last time, word is Jermell Charlo's already in shape to be at 154. That's all I could say. If you remember to the channel, you already know the scoop. He's already prepared for 154. He's already in shape and walking around weight to be in 154. Spence don't deserve a Mel fight, but since he left DJ, ooh, I like that, right? I like that. Now there won't be a problem with the coaches and stuff like that now. But I'm gonna say like this: I think Jermell Charlo left his coach as well. It's not only Earl the True Spence. I think Jermell Charlo left Derrick James as well. I think he's going to stay with Guzman. Yeah, man. I think that probably, I don't know, maybe Derrick James was just too busy for everybody. He just got a lot of high commodity, had a lot of high profile fighters and stuff like that. He had Anthony Joshua, Ryan Garcia, Frank Martin, Jermell Charlo. And I think with Jermell Charlo, every time that Errol Spence is about to have a fight, and I remember after Jermell Charlo lost, Derrick James left to get the Anthony Joshua fight. Somebody got to mention Jermell's name. He's the man to beat. Facts, Bert. I don't know how anybody see any other way. I don't know how anybody see another way. And I'm not saying that he can't be beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there's not a possibility that he can that a Fundora could, you know what I'm saying, legitimizes implement his jab. See, that's the one thing. Now I have to assess Sebastian Fundora way different than I was assessing him before. Because to be honest, I was never convinced with Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora is two fighters that for me got a lot of heart, got a lot of grit, but they just don't have an IQ. But Sebastian Fundora actually showed me some IQ. Sebastian Fundora and Brandon Figueroa fights the same way. You like five inches taller than all your opponents. Why you just don't implement the jab? Why you make your job harder? I know you want to entertain the crowd, but you could also establish a jab, break your opponent down, and then go after the kill. You know what I'm saying? You break it down. You know what I'm saying? You frustrate them with the jab. You open them up, hit to the body, solo plex to jab to the solo plex, jab up top, double the jab, triple the jab, and stuff like that. Straight right hand, straight left hand if you from the southpaw position, and then around the 8th round, and then you take them out. You feel me? I think Brandon Figueroa and Sebastian Fundora had the same type of assessment. Like I never thought that look. Brandon Figueroa could have made his fight even easier with Stephen Fulton, but he didn't use his height. You know, Sebastian Fundora could have made his job easier with Erickson Lubin, but he used his height. He could have made his job easier with Brian Mendoza, but he didn't use his height. He was fighting a dumb fight. Now this time, and look, I'm gonna say it like this, and now people may disagree. People may disagree, but people are saying that Tszyu, the cut, is the reason why Sebastian Fundora won. Minus the cut. If Sebastian Fundora, because he wasn't implementing the jab so much in the first and the second round, right? But you still got to warm up. There's still rounds to warm up, and we know that for Sebastian Fundora, he ain't gonna go out that easy. You know what I'm saying? He's a guerrero. If Sebastian Fundora was going to implement the jab, and that was going to be the game plan about the whole fight, with or without the cut, I think Sebastian Fundora would have won the fight. With or without the cut, I think Sebastian Fundora, if that was going to be the game plan, and Sebastian Fundora would have been faithful and committed to the jab, I think he would have won the fight regardless. I just felt like Fundora, you know, proved me wrong in the sense of that he was going to fight a smart fight. You know, he stood to the game plan all the way to the 12th round. He stick the jab. VD said, I agree. Tim lost because of the cut. I'm saying that if Sebastian Fundora would have had the same game plan and sticking with the jab, the double the jab, triple the jab, straight left hand and stuff like that, because he was connected on the straight left hand as well, I think that Sebastian Fundora still would have won that fight. I still think he would have won that fight. So, I mean, of course, I want to see a rematch, but let me tell you like this, is Fundora has the same game plan with or without the cut. Like people was telling me, now there's another thing. They were saying, oh, the cut couldn't close up. That the cut man probably did a good job in closing the cut. No, I disagree 100% with that. Now, I'm not going to say 100% with that, but I disagree 95. I disagree 95%. You know why? Because it was the jab that kept the cut open. It was the jab that kept the cut open. It wasn't that the cut man was doing a horrible job. We saw that the cut man was putting enough Vaseline to the point where even another referee would have been like, yo, that's too much Vaseline. We've seen it before. That was too much Vaseline out there. But you know what? To keep the fight going, let that Vaseline. But in the end of the day, Sebastian Fundora kept that jab, kept that jab going, and he kept that cut, and he kept that blood flowing. It was the jab that kept that cut up. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I'm not gonna go with the if it wasn't for the cut, Tszyu would have won the fight. Exactly. I watched that fight. I watched the fight, did the live, and I watched I watched the fight again. That jab, remember, he's punching down. That jab was just connecting at will. That jab was connecting at will. And then, of course, you got to give credit to Tszyu for breaking the nose of Sebastian Fundora. So it's both of these guys. Or put it this way. How about this? If Sebastian Fundora didn't have a broken nose, maybe he wouldn't beat him up easier. He also was wiping his nose and stuff like that, just like Tszyu was wiping his head. Nah, man, he was getting punched in the head. That's what it was. That's what it was. He was getting punched in the head constantly, consistently for what? For 10 more rounds. When that happened, the second or the third round. 10 and 9 rounds, he was getting punched in the head consistently with a jab, double the jab, triple the jab. And the thing is, he was throwing some high volume punches. Sebastian Fundora did not get tired. He kept on with the same pace. Come on, man. Nah, he kept that cut going. Facts, Queso. Nose ran like a faucet. He didn't even give a damn. Nobody. Put it this way. All right, he can't see, and Sebastian Fundora, he can't breathe. So you got to give a lot of credit to Fundora as well to endure what the blood flowing. You know what? And what they tell you when bleeding like that, don't sniff the blood. Don't sniff the blood. So he just kept that going, probably just bleeding through his mouth. And what's bad in boxing? Bleeding through your mouth. So he did his thing. He did his thing. Fundura's only going to get better. He showed a good chin. He always got a good chin. Yeah, he showed a good chin. Tszyu also showed a good chin as well. Come on, man. This is why boxing is it is what it is. You got to give a round of applause to both men. Staples, bang, Staples. Finally, someone recognizes Fundura's heart. Come on, man. We over here. We speak the truth. Life and logic. We speak the truth, man. We break it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Everybody just want to follow some type of. I don't know why people just can't. You know what? I don't know why people in this community just can't see it for what it is. Everybody always trying to create some type of. Everybody always trying to keep something like trying to give somebody extra credit. Trying to give somebody some type of excuses when somebody really don't have no excuses. Almost like when Bud Crawford beat the crap out of Earl the True Spence, and there was people trying to find an excuse like, "Oh my God, his weight. Oh my God, this man, please." Please, there is no excuses, man. They both fought a great fight, and we want to see the rematch. And guess what? Remember the people that were saying that they won't buy for the pay-per-view? Would you buy for the pay-per-view now? Would you buy? Would you buy Tszyu versus Fandura rematch pay-per-view? Is it worth it? And this is what I tell folks. People be like, oh, this fight is not worth pay-per-view. You know what people are debating now? Whether Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney is a pay-per-view fight? Come on, man. Yes, it's a pay-per-view fight. Yo, that ain't pay-per-view. That ain't pay-per-view. What you mean that ain't pay-per-view? You haven't even watched the fight yet. You don't know if you don't know if this fight going to be one of the greatest fights of your life. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect. Can you imagine if back in the days pay-per-view was Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas, and you're like, man, I ain't gonna watch that Mike Tyson fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pay pay-per-view for that one round. He's gonna knock him out. And then find out you ain't pay for the pay-per-view, you ain't watch the fight, and then they say, yo, you know that Mike Tyson got knocked out. You be like, what? You can't put a value before the fight. You gotta let the fight happen. Let the fight happen. It was a nice crowd too. Shout out to Amazon Prime. Shout out to PBC. Shout out to TGB. Hey, that crowd was great. That crowd was great. Pitbull Cruz is now a new star, man. Shout out to Pitbull Cruz. His fans came out too to support. He said, "What's on the undercard?" I don't give a damn. I'm paying for that pay-per-view in a rematch. We can't. That's what I'm talking about. We can't be asking. Most of the people are asking for a rematch, but now we ain't gonna pay for it. And what we asking for? Come on, man. What's on the undercard, man? I'm behind the pay-per-view. I don't give a damn if that's the only fight. And that card was great. My uncle actually did that for Tyson versus Buster Douglas. You see that? And Pitbull's so uncomfy with his fame. I hope it don't change. You know what? Hey, yo, Charles of the Cheese. You know what? You know what I want to tell Pitbull Cruz? I hope he has a good attorney. Please, Pitbull Cruz, get a good attorney, man. Because I know the type of contract he's under. I know the type of contract he may be under. I hope he has a good attorney. Hope he got a good attorney. See, a lot of these guys on that handshake deal, man. You know what it is? A lot of these guys on that handshake deal. On that handshake deal. I remember when I saw Pitbull Cruz. When was it? I think during the Keith Thurman and the Mario Barrios. He was out there and shout out to Sean Gibbons, and they was buying him the food. So I'm saying in my mind, oh, he doesn't have the money. They buying him the food. And at the end, you understand what I'm trying to say? That's not too long ago. That was even after. Was that after Was that after Pitbull Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis? I think so. He wasn't paying for it. I'm dead serious. I bought a chicken Caesar salad. I bought a chicken Caesar salad in this spot in the Mandalay Bay, and it was Pitbull, Sean, his peoples, and he didn't have money. They paying for him. They ain't had the money. Oh, get what you want. What do you want? Okay, I got it. I got it. Oh, that's all I'm saying, man. Look. The thing is, they get these fighters from unfortunate backgrounds, and think about it. Look what Pitbull Cruz said leading up to the fight. He said he deserves to eat well, but in the end of the day, how many investment did he get? How much was he taken care of? Remember what he said, that he didn't even have money to buy tortillas, bro. So think about the contract that he signed. Just think about it. Oh, I'm gonna give you 25 million. I'm gonna give you 10,000 or 25,000. 25,000. I'm gonna give you 25K signing bonus. And I know his contract is what? Signing his contract. Come on, man. I know that shit. I know that. And now he became champion. You know what that means? Do you know what that means, Vaughn? Now he's hooked on a 3 to 5 year extension. Once you become a world champion in those type of contracts, you're hooked on. Then you're hooked on. They add 3 to 5 more years. Either you fight 5 fights, or you're on contract from 3 to 5 years. So that's all. I hope that. I just hope that everything is good. I hope that he's getting treated well. That's all. Manny Pacquiao promotion. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao promotion. Shout out to Sean Gibbons. I just hope that he's treated well. I'm just speculating because I've seen contracts before. I got contracts on my email, so I know how contracts look. I've told the fighter, I'll be like, hey, yo, my man, I don't think it's a good contract. Yo, but I don't got nothing, and I need to take care of my family. And I'm like, yo, if you sign this contract, you know you're hooked on this, and this, and this, and that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a lot of these people get these vulnerable, great fighters, the most vulnerable, great fighters. You feel me? Boxing world, man, is a cutthroat business. It's worse than the music industry. You think money would got back Pitbull? I don't think Manny Pacquiao would know. I think Manny Pacquiao was just, think he got a promotional deal, but he doesn't handle everything. You know what I'm saying? Sean Gibbons handles it. And Sean Gibbons has signed a lot of fighters. I don't know what happened with the John Rio Casimero stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened with the John Rio Casimero stuff, but rumor has it that there was no paperwork. Rumor has it there was no paperwork. Rumor has it that there was no paperwork. And what happened? The John Casimero. What happened? Did Manny Pacquiao did anything? Did Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying, hook up John Real Casimero? Did he bring him back? What happened? What was the answer? What happened to his career? Y'all haven't noticed what happened? Mark Magsayo. Mark Magsayo, he bought a new home. Shout out to Mark Magsayo and stuff like that. So Mark Magsayo is being treated well. So you never know, You got to look at that contract. But hopefully Pitbull Cruz is getting treated well. People gonna make some good money off of him. But in 154-pound division, again, yes, we wouldn't know if Jermell Charlo gonna be coming back. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, I don't think that nobody has outdo Jermell Charlo in the 154-pound division. I just think the worst part of the tape is that the fighter can't force fights to get out. Man, Let me see if I still got it right here. Hold on. Let me see if I still got it right here. Nah, I think I erased it. I think I erased it. Damn it. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I have, because I did a whole, if y'all was a member to the channel, I did a whole content on contracts. Let me see. Boom. I see it right here. Nah. Let me see if it's here. Nah. Nah, I took it out. I took it out. Let me see. Nah. I got Life and Logic. I got receipts. Let me see. I found it right here. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Damn, I got it on my other phone. I can't get it right now. Let me see. Hold on. Shit. Give me 1 second. Let me see. All right. Phone bill agreement. Certified person. 14 days. I gotta do a separate video for this. At easy level, does anyone know why Tszyu father is never at his son's fight? So sad. Shit, I don't know. Tim lives in Australia. Costa Tszyu lives in Russia now. Maybe Zoo ain't all that healthy. Yeah, I never seen him with his son though, man. I don't know, man. You know, I never hear Tszyu talk bad about his father anyway. I mean, look at Ricky Hand. Ricky Hand is not doesn't train with his son either, but he goes to his fight. But it's his uncle that trained him, and I know they parted ways now. The Julio Cesar Chavez didn't train Junior. I wonder why. I don't care where Carlos lives at. If my son is fighting, I go to the moon to be with him. Thanks to everyone. Shout out to Bronx OG. Facts. But again, let's ask the right question so we can get the right answer. I think nobody really asked him that. You know what I'm saying? So let's give it time and let's ask him what's the reason why he's not around. His son is a disgrace after losing to Fundora. Again, I think there was a lot of hype with Tszyu. Oh, let me see the poll. Now. All right. Okay. The man to beat, 34% of y'all pick Jermell Charlo, which is good. Fandura, 24%. Crawford, 28%. And Tszyu, 14%. Wow, have things changed in the sport of boxing. 75% chose Tszyu over Jermell Charlo before the Fundora fight. 75% chose Tszyu over Jermell Charlo before the Fundora fight. Never got into fight Jermell Charlo. Never beat a champion, but he got the nod because of the hype. Because of the hype. And now look how people see Tszyu. Is that a reflection on Tszyu, or that's a reflection on the fans? Is that a reflection on the fans? Y'all don't keep the same energy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I love what Tszyu said about the throwback era. Get the pussies out. Yeah, like I said in America, we respect when foreign says it, when Tio says it. Oh, he's crazy. Boo. Watch this. Who's better, Tszyu or Jermell Charlo? 68% says Tszyu. 32% says Jermell Charlo. See how the fans be switching up like crazy? See how the fans be switching up like crazy? Junior said, I still pick Tszyu to beat Charlo. And what? Why? Why? Tim is a warrior. Jermell Charlo is a warrior at 154. Look how he beat Brian Castano in the rematch. Look how he beat Tony Harrison in the rematch. Look how he beat Jason Rosario to become an undisputed world champion. He knocked out all his opponents to become undisputed world champion. Why he's not the warrior? Why he ain't the warrior? Why he ain't the man? Why people don't consider him still as the king? Because he jumped up 2 weight classes and fought Canelo Alvarez and didn't have that grit like he does in the 154-pound division. G Gutter 201 in the building. One of the members of Punch Wrong Boxing says, hey, yo, personally think Tszyu stops Fandura if the cut never happened. How? Why, Gutter? Why you think so? How about if we would have implemented that jab consistently? That jab. How about if we would have cut him with a jab? That jab was landing at will. And I think that Tszyu don't have that type of defense anyway to be slipping some shots. I think that Fundura, with or without the cut, if he would have came with that game plan, he still would have beat Tszyu. We never seen Sebastian Fundura faithful with his jab and his range. Why would he have beaten and knocked out Fundura? Now we're saying that the cut is the only reason that Tszyu lost to Fundura. That's what we're saying now, Gutter. And we're saying that it was just the cut. It wasn't the game plan of Sebastian Fundura using his height for the first time. I mean, this other guy had a cut too. Not a cut, but he was bleeding from his nose and he couldn't breathe throughout the whole fight. He was fighting with a broken nose since the first round. He was fighting with a broken nose. If it wasn't for the broken nose, maybe he would have been breathing, probably would have been doing better. It's not only one guy that was bleeding to death. It was 2 guys. Roy Jones jumped to heavyweight, went back to 175 and got destroyed. Charlo need to stay in 168. Now he's not 168. He's not 168. I already know what he's walking around in, so he's not 168. He tried to bulk up to the 168. That's not 168, especially when the Canelo Alvarez rehydrates. You make 168, Canelo's going to rehydrate to 180. So I actually bet on Fundura, but before the cut, the impact of the shot just looked different when Tim was landing. Yeah, but that's the first and second round. You know what I'm saying? That's just the first and second round. Those first and second round, he didn't get him out of there, right? Let's see. Let's see the scorecards, right? Let's see did Tszyu win the first 2 rounds in all the scorecards? Let's see. Tszyu scorecard. Let's see. Okay. All right. Tszyu won the first 2 rounds of all the scorecards. Then he got cut. The cut. But guess what? Fundura also was bleeding. So boom, he started losing. He lost in 2 scorecards. He lost 5. Fundora. He lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 straight rounds he lost from the scorecard of 116, 112. The 115, 113, he lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 straight. In the one that Tszyu won, he won the first 2. That scorecard was crazy to me. 116, 112. Tszyu winning, nah, that was crazy right there. Especially they saying in the championship rounds he only won, and that in the winning scorecard, the 116, 112 they gave Tszyu. He gave round 8, round 9, round 10, round 11. Nah, it wasn't like that. But I think it should be a rematch. But both of these guys was bleeding to death. It was just not one guy that was trying to. It was just not one guy that's trying to overcome something. Hunter of the Hunt. What up, Punch? What up? What up? One of the members of Punch Run Boxing. You already know, man. What's good? Hunter of the Hunt. Kevin Effect in the building. Was good, man. Snow in the building. Was good, man. LT in the building. Was good. Bronx OG in the building. Was good, man. Did anyone else see Pitbull versus Rolly Judge that had Rolly winning every round? No. But I didn't see a white spread though, because I saw Rolly landed he was landing a lot of right hand shots. And then I said that also Pitbull Cruz may have smothered some of his work because on the inside, you know what I'm saying? One thing about Pitbull Cruz style is great. It's great for entertaining, great for the fans. He got a fighting style, not necessarily he's trying to outbox you, he's trying to out slug you out, but also he puts himself in a position where he compromises the judges because, you know what I'm saying, when you're backing somebody in the ropes, then it compromises the other judge and the other side. So that's why they always say keep the fight in the middle of the ring. Pitbull Cruz doesn't keep his action in the middle of the ring. He pins his opponent in the ropes. In the end of the day, it compromises the judges. Or they seen some land shots, or they seen some smothering shots, or they seen some shots that they just can't see, they can't score, and that's the issue. That's the issue. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but when you watch it on TV, you watching everything that's happening. You feel me? But the judges is not. So when you see a scorecard, every judge got a different scorecard because every judge is sitting in different in different areas, right? So if you're doing your work on this side, but the judge is on this side, and you pinning the guy and you hitting them short punches, whether it's to the body, rope, whatever, that other judge is like, is he landing? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to compromise the judge. That's why you always keep the action in the middle of the ring. And the thing was with Sebastian Fundura, you saw what Sebastian Fundura was doing. He was jabbing, circling right back in the middle of the ring. Jabbing. Tszyu was coming forward, jabbing, circling back to the middle of the ring. Jabbing, circling. Wow. Fundura was doing a wonderful job. It wasn't that much. It wasn't a hard fight to score. And just my opinion, looking at the fight, you know what I'm saying? He kept that cut open. If it wasn't for the jab of Fundura, they would have closed that cut by later on in the championship rounds. They would have that cut would have been sustained. But you know what? He kept that cut going because of his jab. So for the people saying that if it wasn't for the cut, no, if it wasn't for the jab, if it wasn't for the continuous jab of Fundura, that's what beat Tszyu, the jab, the constant jab. Straight left, constant jab. He was the one that created the type of pace in the ring. He led at the ring general. Remember, it's 4 criteria to win a fight, to win a bout. Clean, effective punches, ring generalship, who controlled the 3-minute intervals of each round, effective aggression, and defense. So, who had the most defense? Who landed more shots? Who threw more shots? Tszyu. Who landed more shots? Who landed more shots? Fundura. Who threw more shots? Fundura. Who implemented the jab? Who's landed more cleaner shots? Who was the more ring general in that route, in that fight, round by round? The only thing that Tszyu was trying to do is trying to come forward and land a right, trying to go for one punch, trying to hit a haymaker, try to hit a home run. That's what he was doing throughout the middle rounds onto the late rounds. You ain't going to win a fight like that. Facts. Gutter said he definitely used the jab all night. Good to see him using the range instead of fighting in the inside. And that's what won the fight for him. This won the fight for him for the first time. For the first time, Sebastian Fundora used this. And if Sebastian Fundora going to use this now, he beats Earl the True Spence. Because Earl Spence is just going to walk forward. Earl Spence don't slip shots like that. Earl Spence is going to walk forward and he going to hit. He going to get jabbed the F up. He's going to get jabbed the F up. I think that Sebastian Fundora, especially how Earl Spence is right now, I think Sebastian Fundora, yeah, they'll retire him. Somebody going to throw in the towel with Earl the True Spence. Because now Sebastian Fundora can fight on the inside if he wants to. Don't let that the Brian Mendoza thing fool you. He went at it with Erickson Lubin. He got hard. He stood back up. He got dropped, stood back up, finished the fight. And if you're going to go into a firefight, either you knock him out or he's going to bruise you up. He's going to swell you up like he did Erickson Lubin. Shout out to Erickson Lubin. I would have loved to see that rematch. That was one of the fight of the year candidates. You feel me? Erickson Lubin had heart too. It's just that his face was, oh man, it was almost unrecognizable, bro. Exactly. Bronx OG said Tim went through hell trying to get away from that jab. Facts. That jab was that jab was superior. That jab was he was the ring general in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Cut or not? All right, let's take away the cut. Let's try and envision this fight now. Now let's try to vision the fight with Sebastian Fundora implementing the jab. Because when I was breaking this fight down before, it was that somebody gonna get knocked out because Sebastian Fundora just doesn't like to implement the jab. He don't like to use his height. He got huevos, he got cojones, he got heart, but he doesn't fight a smart fight. Now he got huevos, cojones, and now he's gonna fight a smart fight. Now, who wins without the cut? If Sebastian Fundora implements the jab, and look, Sebastian Fundora is younger than Tszyu. He's still growing as a fighter. Now he's walking into his prime, Sebastian Fundora. So I think that he could get better. He could learn from this now. Sebastian Fundora now see like, yo, I've been doing this. I've been doing this a while ago. Maybe Fundora was also struggling because he couldn't breathe. But let's say that there's no blood and there's no cut. And now from round one, he's bang, 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 bang. Man, he was just aiming at that cut all night. And then, like Tszyu, they said, well, he couldn't see. Man, that doesn't mean that you couldn't have your hands up and try to block. He wasn't even trying to block some shots. He wasn't even had his hand up like that. He was getting hit with a jab all day. I would have let him go to my body. Let him dig deep and let him go to my body, and then I could shoot some uppercuts and stuff like that. I would have just stood with my guard up. I would have stood with my guard up if I was Tszyu. If he couldn't see, wipe it down, boom, and throw it like this. You know what I'm saying? Let him go to my body. Let him go to my body. If he get closer, he comes back down, and then I could throw my shots. Better how you finish the fight than how you started. Facts. They can't say because Sebastian Fundora lost the first 2 rounds before the cut that the fight was just gonna end like that. We don't know if he was going to adjust. It's only the second round. And it was good, Coda in the building. It was good, Coda. Tim's corner effed up. Terrible job on the cut. Nah, it wasn't a terrible Darth Vader. It wasn't a terrible job. That's why probably I would have said that. You know, man. I said I felt like that in the beginning, but no, it was the jab, bro. Darth Vader. It wasn't like they did horrible with the cut. Don't let Stitch fool you. Shout out to Stitch. It was that jab, baby. It was that jab that kept hitting that cut, kept flowing. It was the jab, baby. That jab, bro, he was just bang, 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 toma ahí, bang, toma, ping. Tú quieres, blood. Boom, boom, ahí, vamos. Boom, boom, boom. Man, you got to give credit, man. Tszyu corner should have stopped the fight 4th round. Yeah, so he could get the nice gift. Nah. He's a warrior. What made it good is that he didn't look, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't lose in terms of stock. Tszyu gained respect for being a gladiator warrior, just like Sebastian Fundura. It don't matter about the L. You see, Coda, you trying to save his record. Tszyu corner should have stopped in the 4th round because then they would have went to the cards. And then, see, that's what I'm talking about. You see, you fans want to save fighters, but then when these business handlers be like, yo, they trying to protect the O. You're saying that because you want to protect Tszyu's O. It don't matter. His O was taken for Fundura, but it wasn't a loss. We all screaming rematch. It's okay. Not everybody got to be Floyd Mayweather with this O. So why you say the 4th round? So why you say the 4th round, Coda? Because before the 4th round you could stop it, and then it goes to the and then it goes to the and then you could get a no contest. You get saved. If it goes after the 4th round, then you have to go through to the scoring card to the scoring cards. If you stop it before that, then you get a no contest. Come on, Coda. Come on, Coda. Don't save them. They don't need no save, man. They fight it. They don't need us to save. You trying to save his O. You trying to save his O. Yo, they should have stopped it in the 4. They should have stopped it, you know what I'm saying? Because then, you know what I'm saying, if his corner was smart, they would have stopped it, and they would have won a rematch. He would have kept his O. He would have kept the belt. Nah, man. Let him fight. Let him fight. This is why people was calling this a modern day gladiator fight. Let them fight. Let them have the outcome. In the end of the day, for how many years I've been saying that everything is just not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. The reason why Pitbull Cruz is still in the position that he was in after the Gervonta Tank Davis fight is because it's how he lost. He didn't get demoralized. That's not safe. What you mean? Boxing isn't that safe as well. Who cares, Coda? Let them fight. It's the reason why we want to see a rematch. It's the reason why their fight is going to be more lucrative than the first fight. And it's the reason why probably Samson Nick was saying, wait a minute. Remember in the post-fight interview, I say that Errol Pink is going to be next to fight Fandura. And then I got calls from Australia that it was a lot of money that the pay-per-view in Australia. No. This is good. Sebastian Fandura and Tszyu is a very good commodity fight. No rematch. Come on, man. They would have stopped the fight. Then guess what? If they would have stopped the fight, then Tszyu would have never fought Fundura. If they would have stopped the fight, Coda, then Sebastian Fundura would have never fought him again. He would have gone straight to the Bud Crawford fight. Matter of fact, because of the cut, they would have been straight. But it would have never been a Fundura fight. It wouldn't have been a Fundura fight. Nah. It's good that happened. Vet in the building with the $10 super chat. Says shout out again to Mr. Moo Shine, el doble sazón el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Nah. It's good, bro. I don't be trying to save fighters, but there's a line in the sand. Man, stop trying to save fighters. You're Kevin Costner to Whitney Houston. I have nothing if I don't have you. Stop trying to be a bodyguard, Coda. Trying to stay fighting. You ain't never. Stop trying to be Tony Weeks. Try to stop trying to be Tony Weeks out here, Coda. Trying to stop the fight. Coda out here trying to be Tony Weeks. Coda out here, Coda out here trying to be Apollo Creed's wife in Rocky IV. Stop the fight! Stop the fight! Hey, yo, Coda trying to be Apollo Creed's wife in Rocky 4. Stop the fight! No, deja que peleen esa gente. Bring back Tszyu in November in an easy fight, then set up the rematch. No. Don't need that. That's the fight to make. Fundura Tszyu, November. Let's go. Let's go, baby. He said, I don't think Coda's wrong. I know what Coda's talking about, but what I'm saying is that the outcome of not stopping the fight is now that we got a new mega fight in boxing for not stopping the fight. It's okay. It's okay. We saw what Tszyu was made. What was made of. We saw what Fandura was made of. If we would have stopped the fight in the 4th round, we never would have seen what these guys are really truly made of. Nobody lost. In all reality, Tszyu didn't lose. All he did was gain more respect, double the respect that he came in the ring with. For Sebastian Fundura came in with more respect. Nobody thought that Sebastian Fundura was going to beat Tszyu. Ladies and gentlemen, this created 2 stars. If we would have stopped the fight in the 4th round, it would have never created these stars. Tszyu was not going to fight Fundura next. So the best thing that happened is that fight that we seen this bloodbath happen. And both of these guys just fought hard, didn't complain. They took their wins and they took their L's respectfully. There was no really excuses out there. This built Tszyu. So no. He said he could have ended his career. No, he could have ended his career, Coda. What are you talking about? Could have ended his career. That was just a split in the head right there. It was no eye. It was not. It's not a retina or something like that. It's not an orbital bone that was broken. No, this matter of fact, he said, look, Coda said he could have ended his career. This made Tszyu's career. This fight made Tszyu even more than when he beat Brian Castaño. This is the defining moment of Tszyu, Coda. This was the defining moment of Tszyu. People are going to remember about this fight more than Brian Mendoza. The people are going to remember this fight more than Tony Harrison. People are going to remember this fight more than Carlos Ocampo. People are going to remember this fight is the reason why we want a rematch. If we would have stopped the fight, we would have never had it. Stop trying to be a bodyguard, Coda. Stop trying to be a protector. That in the building, yeah, peso. God bless you, my brother. Said, punch you a funny mother effer, man. Live is the Shishniks. Good looking out, bro. Right? Do you agree? Yo, Vet, do you agree with me? Like, if think about it, they would have stopped this fight in the third round, 4th round. What was going to be talking about? We was going to be talking about Fundura. Well, you know what we was going to be talking about? Yo, Fundura would have got laid out by the 5th round. That's it. Fundura was not going to get credit. Tszyu was not going to have a great outing. That's it. It just would have been, damn. You know what would have been the story? This would have been the story. This would have been the story. In the YTBC, in the YouTube boxing community, and the Twitter, and all those social media platforms and stuff like that when it comes to the sport of boxing. Look at the first Amazon Prime PBC pay-per-view, and look what happened. Oh my God, they had to stop the fight in the 3rd round. You paid for that? Yo, it was all going to be negative, bro. You know that. Everything was going to be negative. Everything was going to be a laughing stock. The first fight for PBC Amazon Prime, everything was going to get on. That's it. But what we got was modern day Gladiator. What we got was one of the best fights of the year. That's what we got. We're fight fans. But we got here, my brother Coda want to stop the fight. He want to be Apollo Creed's wife. Stop the fight. No, mira, no, está sangrando mucho. Para la pelea. Para la pelea. Oh my God, I can't even see his face. He's all covered in blood. It's so scary. Stop the fight. Stop. He's like 57 stitches up in there. Para la pelea. No, mira, está sangrando mucho. No, no. Let him fight. No, he's bleeding all over the place, man. No, no fair, no good. He cannot see. No, no, please. Referee, please. Stop it and fight. See what we're creating? He said, damn, bro, you sounded like my crazy. And you see what fans, you see what these communities creating. We becoming, I'm telling you, becoming securities, financial advisors. No. Javonte Tank-Davis not gonna fight him because he's the A side. I'm sorry. I mean, Javonte Tank-Davis put butts in the seats. No, he's not gonna fight Devin the Dream Haney. He's the A side. I'm sorry. Well, go somewhere else. Sorry, no business here. Those are the new fans nowadays. We're not even boxing fans anymore. We're financial advisors. We're security guards. How much? 70-30 versus Javonte Tank-Davis. No, because Javonte Tank-Davis sold a lot with Ryan Garcia, and he's a pay-per-view star. What the hell did Devin Haney sold with Regis Progress? Nothing. So I don't want to see the fight. No, he got to take that 10%. Yo, come on, I just want to see the fight. No. Javonte Tank-Davis put butts in the seats. I don't know what Devin Haney's doing. Sorry. That's the type of fans that we're creating right now. Just like when I was talking about the Tio Lopez and Bud Crawford. No. But Tio is there to be great. Sorry. No. I don't like the way he performs versus Jermaine Ortiz. No, he's not credible enough to go up there. Yo, but he's the lineal champion. I don't care. The way that he performed Jermaine Ortiz, he doesn't deserve shit. Nothing. Nada. Go fight somebody else. But yo, you don't want the lineal versus the lineal 140 versus the lineal 147 traditional move. Nope. No. I mean, what does he got to offer? What does he got to offer? But Crawford. Well, he got the best. Tio got the best resume in anybody in Terrence Crawford's resume. Like, what are you talking about? Who cares? I don't like the way he performed for Jermaine Ortiz. Don't like it. He doesn't get it. I could have a fair I could have a fair chance at my belts if I stop the fight for my fighter for the 4th round. But now it's better. He fights 9 more rounds, losing to pins of blood and his belts and insurance. Oh my God. Oh, Coda the savior. Do you hear everybody what Coda is saying? Coda is saying, I could have a fair chance at my belts if I stop the fight for my fighter. He strategically want to stop the fight by the 4th round. But nah, it's better if he fights 9 more rounds, losing to pits of blood, and his belts is an assurance of rematch. No, I would not let that happen. I would not let my client go out there, pins and blood in a fight, because if he bleeding, we got to stop the fight. Diablo Coda, Diablo Coda, Diablo Coda. This guy, no. You think that you Tim Tszyu's client? That Tim Tszyu's your client? Why would I have my client out there with pins and blood for 9 rounds? This is a damn fight. He's not supposed to be bleeding. Oh man. Come on, Coda. This one made them, man. What are you talking about? Why are you trying to be some manager now? My God. You think I'm going to put my fighter out there, pins with blood all over his face? Yo, but he's a warrior. He could endure it. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's a cut man in the corner. That's why there's a cut man in the corner. No, that cut man didn't do his job. No, but I'm saying he just didn't know how to adjust to the jab of Fundura. That jab was just landing on the cut all day. Now he's bleeding, and I want him out of there. Imagine if you was the manager of the whole team. You're fired. Cut man, you're fired, and you trainer, you're fired. Out of here. How the hell let our fighter go out there bleeding like this? Hey, Fundora, you're doing a good job. I don't give a damn. There's no way that my client should be getting beat up with that type of jab and stuff like that. That cut was supposed to be closed. We'll stop the fight. If the cut can't be closed, we stop the fight, damn it. We got to save the damn belt, save the damn O, and go to our next destination, man. And now we lost it. Come on, man. He's still in precision, Coda, all right? He's still in precision. You ain't love the fight. You ain't love the fight, Coda. You did not love the fight. You wanted that fight to be stopped. Huh? You ain't love the fight, Coda. You did not love the fight. You wanted that fight to be stopped. Now you love the fight. If the fight would have been stopped like you wanted to be in the fourth round, you would have never loved it. You would have never had a fight. See, now I know what we're dealing with. See, now I know. See, look, now when we're looking at Fundora and we're looking at Tszyu, I said, man, yo, to beat these guys, you're going to have to kill them. Now I know what Tszyu could endure. He never got dropped. Even he was getting hit with jabs like crazy. He still kept coming forward. He still had that grit. He still had the confidence that he could win the fight. He still was looking for that big shot. Fighting blind. So what? So what? He was fighting blind. Huh? John Claude Van Damme was fighting blind in Bloodsport. You remember? You remember Van Damme in Bloodsport? He was fighting blind? Huh? You remember Van Damme in Bloodsport? He was fighting blind? Huh? Van Damme overcame? Van Damme overcame Coda? Ha! Come on, man. That's how we respect these fighters. They go through adversity, they overcome it. How they're going to overcome it is the type of respect that we give them. That's it. But the 154-pound division is still one king. And the rest of them are loyal subjects, including Fundora and Tszyu. All those guys at 154 and the people that's moving up is the loyal subjects of Jermell, Iron Man, Charlo, until further notice. See, look, it was a good fight. Tszyu gained respect. I haven't heard one person that said Tszyu lost stock and lost respect. This just, you know what this fight does? It erases this Mayweather saving O. It tells the fighter that, you know what? All I got to do is just give the best effort. Give the best effort. You know why Chisora in the UK, they love Chisora? Even though he got like 55 losses. You know why they love Chisora? Because he don't cheat the fans out of effort. You know why you mad at Jermell, Charlo? Because the effort that he gave in versus Canelo Alvarez, it was not that he moved up. You give him credit or moved up, but because effort. One thing about the boxing fans, in the end of the day, the wins and losses truly don't matter. We want to be entertained. And one thing that we identify, whether you were a fan of them of a particular fighter or not, is effort. It's effort. When the fighter cheats themselves and us out of effort, that's when the fans don't like. And that's why Jermell Charlo was getting a lot of backlash, because a lot of people identify the effort. It's not that he went and fight Canelo Alvarez. It's the effort that he didn't give to go out there and win. He didn't look like he wanted to win. He wanted to survive. So those people doesn't get the respect like that for that particular fight. But all these guys get respect, man. That's why Pitbull Cruz in the position that he was in. The effort that he gave versus Gervonta Tank Davis didn't drop. He didn't lose ground. No. Hell nah. Tim lost his belt due to the blood, but he ain't lost his fan. Nah, he lost due to the blood. Another excuse. Come on, y'all. Yeah. Y'all not giving respect to Sebastian Fundora. Y'all not. What about Fundura's blood? He lost because of the blood. Man, he lost because he got out jabbed. All right? He lost because he got out jabbed. In boxing, you got to make adjustments. That's it. It's a fight. Okay? It's a fight. You guys are just saying that he lost because of blood and that's it. So y'all don't want no blood in boxing. Somebody gonna bleed. Somebody gonna bleed, bro. Fundora was smart enough to see a cut and jab the shit out that cut. And every time, each and every in between rounds, the cut man tried to close it and Fundora reopened it. And then in between rounds, the cut man tried to close it and put Vaseline and one jab, and there was no more Vaseline. Fundora did his job, bro. Y'all hating on what Fundora was doing. You're not giving credit. He only lost. Oh, it was the blood. It's the only reason why he lost the fight. What about the jab that kept on the cut, bro? Come on, man. Give credit where credit is due. Give credit where credit is due, man. Give credit where credit is due. And not giving the credit where credit is due. Now, if Sebastian would have never landed a jab, guess what? By the ninth round, that blood would have stopped. If that, I'm telling you, by the ninth round, think about it. Fourth round, Vaseline, good, everything good. Fifth round, Vaseline, good, everything good. Sixth round, everything good. All right, seventh round, everything good. Eighth round, everything good. Ninth round, everything good. By the time the ninth round would have came, that's it. That would have been slow. That would have been a slow. That's it. They would have stopped the bleeding a minute. Pero Sebastian Fundora le estaba dando peco. O sea, mira, Sebastian Fundora le estaba dando un cocotazo a Tszyu all night. Sebastian Fundora le estaba dando cocotazo a Tszyu all night. Así, mira, señor, yo te dije a ti que haga la tarea hoy. Usted no hizo la tarea. Man, you gotta give credit to Tszyu. I mean, Sebastian Fundora. But anyway, folks, man. Y'all already know tomorrow we gonna chop it up. I'll open up the panels tomorrow. Tomorrow we go. The live will be longer and shit like that. He said a lot of people thinking like Cody. Yeah, they trying to say. He said, "Sure, the Prince don't be one of the small man. Please." Tell him it's a one-man show. Nah, tomorrow I'm gonna open up the panels, Coda. We're gonna be talking about this tomorrow. But you know your boy, Mr. Moonshine gotta go. So tomorrow we back at it. We're gonna be talking about everything else. The 154, 140, of course, and now we got to dial into this big fight. Barclays Center, New York City, my city. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. That's something we're gonna be talking about the whole month. Also, Virgil Ortiz getting back in the ring. Jose Ramirez getting back in the ring as well. We're gonna be talking about that. So y'all already know, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless, and on to the next. We out of here, folks.